Alright, and we're back. So, Anna, and I'm gonna be removing this right here. You've just discovered a passage behind a mirror. And all it took was a smile.
No, your name is Alice.
I mean,
I've got the blonde hair.
Yeah.
and the blue and white, and the...
There's pink too. Alice didn't do pink.
I agree.
So let's get in.
Do you want to go directly in there, or do you want to... Or do you want to continue exploring the... You tell me.
I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Well, that's your pick at that point. You opened up the...
Yeah, you open door, you can go inside. It's good to take initiative.
I think...
I will follow you no matter where you go.
I will follow you.
You're
That's
right.
sweet.
That
Now-
was unclear.
If we think about it logically, the thing behind the hidden passage is probably going to be the most interesting.
So we should do that first.
I agree.
Agree. Good idea.
So let's go.
Okay. Okay, wait, just a second.
Okay.
Ysdred, Anna, as you start walking into the dark, the corridor seems to, as you're walking down the corridor, it seems to shift in a way where the seams of the wood seem to rise slightly over your head, almost like in a diagonal way. As all of a sudden you realize that, well, the ceiling seems to grow further away. The walls to the side seem to, quite narrow at the beginning, seem to widen. It doesn't take much to realize that the further down you go the corridor, the more you're shrinking.
So it is
It reminds me
an
of
Alice
something
passage.
Yeah. It reminds me of something in another life, in another campaign.
Was there a shrinking thing in Annihilation?
There was shenanigans with corridors.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Weird loops and stuff, and...
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And there was a shrinking episode, I think.
Baby.
But not linked to that.
The Tavaren, you can see that at some point, Plum, between Tavaren's leg, you see Ysdred's head at the same level as yours. And all of you, slowly, as you move forward, you, Ysdred, I would say, because you were going, oh no, as you turn to go back a little bit, you just inch a little bit taller. So the idea is there would be a way to reverse if you just go the other way around.
Okay, so what do we think?
Do we continue? Yes.
Yeah, so Anna, at where you are, you're about half your size.
We're getting funneled, apparently.
Being small has its advantages, you know.
Anna is going to go further.
Okay. As you come up to what we as an audience would see as the door the size of a mouse. For you, it's just normal size. All four of you are actually sort of now grouped up in, you could fit in a jewelry box, the four of you. Yeah, so a 2-inch wide, 4-inch tall mouse hole at the base of the wall that is barred by a steel needle. On the other side of it, you find a so there's basically there's a tiny door, and it was sort of propped up on this side by a needle, almost like if it was sort of barricade, the barred door.
It's barricaded, but from the outside?
You would be on the side where it's barricaded.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be able to get into the corridor from the other side because it's latched.
Yeah. Huh. I'm gonna listen at the door first.
Make me a perception check.
Seriously?
You can't make out words, but there is definitely talking behind the door. You're unsure at how many voices, or you hear, yes, you just hear something going on the other side.
Guys?
Yes.
There's people speaking on the other side.
Oh, by the way, I must apologize.
Can you understand what they're saying?
I must apologize for the thing. The effect when you go back, Ysdred, does not. You do not grow bigger when you go backwards, but you do not get smaller.
Okay, so it's not
Temporary.
You would think. I'll say this to move forward and to alleviate. The effect of the corridor would be temporary. As long as you got out of this corridor. I'll put it that way. Bit of a spoil, but I don't want you to start getting bad ideas of what's going on. This is not a permanent thing. So
Anna's will probably be going back and tell the others. So the door is barricaded from our side, and there are people talking inside. Do I open it or not?
Can we hear what they're saying?
It's muffled. I don't exactly understand, and I couldn't tell you how many people are in there.
Let me try to put my ear up against the door.
You're gonna become small like me, but go ahead.
Oh, proportions are kept.
Yeah.
So he's still taller than you.
Yeah.
He's just the size of one of your dolls.
I'll push up my ear against the door and try to listen.
Go ahead. Make me a perception check. 13. You can definitely hear with the 13. I would say you can hear two voices that seem one sort of shrill. That is, there's one. One voice is more talkative than the others. The other seems to acknowledge in short, sort of, yeah, sort of hums and moans and stuff like that. While the other one is talking, you can't necessarily pick out what the exact words, but yes, you pick up two distinct voices. You can also hear the pattering of feet, so pat, 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 sort of moving about.
Does it sound like people that are our size or
No, no,
like big size?
big size.
Okay. Well, I mean, if we open the door now, they probably won't even notice us because we're gonna be very small.
Unless they are also small.
No, they sound big.
I mean, we do not know at this point, so
Anything.
let's advance.
We can go back, or we can go forwards. But either way, we don't know where we're going.
I do not really want to go back at that point.
Alright, so I lift the bar off the...
It's the bar is, as I said, it's a sort of it's a needle basically, which you two-hand grab and sort of pull. It was stuck into, it was basically pinned in one of the sides of the it was pinned in the floor so that it would block the door. Pull it out, sort of move it to the side, and yeah, you can sort of open the door up. And here you can sort of gleam as sort of looking through the door sort of opens outward.
Yeah, I'll first open it to
Yeah.
make a crack and just go like...
The first thing that you notice as you're looking about is that you're underneath the cupboard. It's sort of that low sort of cupboard, which means that you are indeed unseen by any occupants. Though I would say that part of the pitter patter, you can see that you have a couple of Lornlings that are sort of moving about the room. You can just barely see them up to maybe their midsection. And they seem to be moving stuff around. There's, well, let's get to the description. Two creatures are having a conversation over tea in the middle of this room. The first figure is seated in a time-worn armchair. She's a tall, lean woman of gray complexion, dressed in black with a wide-brimmed hat obscuring her eyes. The other figure is a toad-like creature with bulging eyes and cracked skin. It is clad in shapeless garment and sits on the end of a love seat with its legs pulled up beneath it. Flies flit in and out of its mouth, which hangs agape when it isn't speaking. Two tiny versions of the creature cling to it like pets. The room itself is filthy. Dirty dishes and bits of discarded food lie everywhere. The furniture was perhaps one of fine quality, but now stains of mysterious origin mottled every surface, and the upholstery has been patched numerous times. Set with its back to the wall in one corner is a hulking wooden cabinet. Sturdy legs support the bottom of the cabinet 6 inches above the floor. A decrepit wooden staircase climbs up the wall in another corner. So, you are looking underneath. You are looking from underneath one of these two. One of these.
Do we recognize the figures?
Well, let's see. I will. Player handout. No, art handout. Here we go. This is the woman. The first one.
That looks like a.
Yeah, that looks like a hag.
But it's a darkling.
That is not
Apparently.
the hag. The hag.
It's Charm.
Yeah, but it looks like a hag.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Quite charming indeed.
The other creature is this.
Oh no. Oh.
I think I saw that one in the Witchlight Carnaval.
I believe you did see one of the Lornlings, yes.
I saw two of them. I saw the piggy girl,
The piggy was something different, but it did not look like this.
but
Look-
I
look-
saw a grey froggish kind
Yes.
of a golem thing.
Look at what she's sitting on.
Yep.
Her little
So-
bed.
Yes.
You would have, Tavaren, you would have seen one of these Lornlings hanging around on the rooftop of the Wandering Tavern.
Oh. Okay.
And whoever saw her bathing, well, I mean,
I did. Yes.
there you go.
Now I know what I saw.
I think we saw that
Oh,
one.
hey, the small one. The small one is also like right next to her hand.
Yep, there's a smaller one right here.
I think we saw that one at the Swan Ballad, like the Swan boats.
Possible.
5, 6, I'm counting 6.
We found the hag.
You found a hag. And by definition, by noticing the hag for the first time, this is where you would have leveled up.
All right.
Instead of at the entrance of, you know.
Okay.
The two seem to be, they seem to be talking about, the chattering, it's gossiping, right? But the Bavlorna seems to be much more talkative than her counterpart. That seems to only sort of acknowledge, go, yes, indeed, of course. Oh, she didn't. As you realize, it doesn't take long to realize that the conversation is about Bavlorna's sisters. Actually, here we go. Tavaren, what's your passive perception again?
16.
16. One thing that you notice is that the Darkling in front of you does not cast a shadow.
Huh.
Is that like common for darklings or something, or?
No,
Okay, so there's probably a shadow lingering around somewhere.
maybe.
Either
I mean-
that or it's an illusion.
Somebody saw a shadow walking about. Somebody mentioned, somebody saw a tall, pointy-hatted figure separate from their shadow at some point.
Yeah, I see. I saw that.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably her shadow has a life of their own. I am pointing like, let's go back.
Also, the charm looks a lot like the description of what you said you saw in your vision, Ysdred.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the shadow, probably.
So we're getting out.
Yeah.
You sure? Like, do we want to listen in a bit more, or try to, like, case? I want. Shouldn't we like try to see a bit more what's going on in the room and, like, we have a Pretty good opportunity
Like-
now to.
Are you trying to say that out loud or signing? Because if you're trying to speak, I'm gonna muffle you up.
I'm whispering.
Yeah, like
Oh, hey!
if you wanna talk, let's talk in the corridor.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as we realized as soon as she realized where we guys were, Anna tiptoed back to.
Okay, so it's the danger room right here.
Yeah.
Why not explore a bit more before
Yep.
going in?
Well, but this is the room that like we don't want to be in there small, right?
Yes.
We want to find the entrance where we don't end up in there small. But while we're small, we can like see what's in the room and
Sure, we
Oh,
can take a look.
my friend, I will help you with. I go into my bag and I show a cupcake.
look.
Okay,
I
what
mean,
is
This cupcake. You remember when I win this? Yes.
uh-huh.
When you eat from it, you become invisible for 1 hour.
oh wow, that's much longer than I can become invisible for.
It's the cupcake that we won from the cupcaking eating game.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can give this to someone. Can do tiny exploration
Well,
while being sure not being seen. So we can combine the two.
I mean,
Everyone is happy.
considering how small we are, Hyrex is also that small. If Hyrex goes flying around, they're just gonna see it as a regular fly.
Heinrich?
Hyrax.
Hyrax. Okay, yeah. Makes more sense.
I don't see your brother here. I'm sorry.
Somewhere in Waterdeep.
Uh,
But proposition is there. We can do. Hyrex can go, or I have little cupcake to make one person invisible for a little moment.
If only you had let the cupcake outside while you had gotten small, there'd be enough cupcake for the four of you.
True, true, true. God damn.
I would have allowed it actually.
let's try and see first if we can get big again, because otherwise we're gonna have other problems. So,
Plum
I don't
looks
have.
at you going, ha! Laughs in Barbarian.
I mean, I am not against the fact to take just a look, trying to see if there's anything we want to aim for in the room before going back.
in which room?
The room with people.
And you wanna steal right from underneath Barcelona's nose?
I am not talking about stealing. I am talking about uh, taking a look for
Oh,
anything that might be useful, which might include what I am looking for.
Well,
And
uh,
yes, I am going to take that, whether she likes it or not.
oh yeah, no. I'm not saying you can't get your stuff back. I'm just saying maybe don't steal right from underneath the hag's nose if we have another option.
I didn't imply that.
Sorry.
Just question. You were talking about you felt where object was more or less like a pull towards object. Do you have this pull? Now we are in house of this person. Do you have a pull in certain direction? Could help us to orientate a bit.
No, you don't. It's
I
too close. It's too vague. There's something that is. It's muddled, right? You had a general sense of
It's
direction, and now you're basically a compass at the North Pole.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's too hazy. I just know it's there somewhere.
So
It's too close by.
If this were a comedy show, I would see Ysdred closing down her eyes, just tapping her chin, and just let the compass point in the right direction, and here it just keeps spinning. But we all know that Ysdred is not that kind of character.
I'm gonna look to front. So we have ideas. We have exploration or going back. I found the idea of Tavaren very good. So I am good with everything. As long as
Plum.
we had
Yep. Sorry, did you step out of the corridor? Out of the shrinking corridor? The shrinking passage? Okay.
yes.
Then I'll say this. First of all, it actually took you because as I mentioned, the mirror was sort of human height, but there's about a couple of inches. It's a couple of inches above the ground. You barely even noticed. Well, the others barely even noticed, but you maybe had to lift up your foot a bit. Now you found that you had to basically climb over it to get outside. But as soon as you get you step outside, it's almost like there had been a pressure on your shoulders all around you. The same way if you've ever been at the bottom of the pool, that you feel the pressure of the water on your sort of all around you, that sort of abates. And little by little, you feel yourself reinflating, basically, as you're regrowing, as the magic of the corridor sort of dissipates. It takes about a minute, and then you're back to full size.
I look at myself and I feel like, well, we have answer now.
And you can see
grow
Anna, little Anna, on the other side of the portal, and just there, she's about the size of your hand.
I I just wave to Anna like, well, if you want to get back.
Anna laughs and is going to step back out.
A piece, please.
Sorry? Yeah, a piece, please.
For the first time in his life, Plum gets somebody asking him for uppies. That is not... Wait, actually, that's not true. You've been big, so I'm pretty sure there was an uppies... Actually, was it Ysdred who asked for uppies at Brigand's Tallway?
No. The only one I asked of a piece was for Tavaren.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because I was
wet.
slipping in the water.
Yeah. Yes, a scene that we all remember that was absolutely not muted by my mistake.
Tavaren, do you want to take a look or getting out?
Well, it seems like we have a good chance to do some exploring now.
That does not tell me where you want to explore. Do you want to take a look back at the room or
Yes.
go back? Okay.
I mean, because I think it will be good to see where the entrance is. Like, the proper entrance, not under the cupboard.
Yeah.
And what's in the room, and instead of just going like, oh no, it's scary, bye!
Just be discreet then.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was suggesting using Harris, but we can also indeed use the cupcake. Oh my god! How big is a cupcake right now?
Well, big enough for everyone if I would let it outside.
Guys, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm not feeling exactly good, so I think I'm gonna stop early. Because I really don't feel too good.
Okay.
I think it's fine to end up sooner
Of course.
if you're not feeling good. Like, it's okay.
Okay. Do we want to stop there for tonight then?
I
Yeah,
guess.
of course. Yeah, of
Okay.
Yeah.
course.
Okay. Right. Well then, we ending a little bit early. Might just make this into one video then. Editing. Yay. So for those watching, bit of an abrupt stop, but don't worry, we'll be back soon enough with the rest of this adventure. To my players, thank you again for playing, and we will see you next time. I feel it's a bit short to sort of do the whole debriefing time tonight. Not a lot really happened, but so we'll catch up on that next time and continue the quest for Ysdred's bauble. Right. Okay. And because my goodbyes come in 3, goodbye. Bye bye. See you next
Bye.
time.